and welcome back to Movie Mama. I had big plans to post this Mulan episode about 4 or 5 days ago, but I lost my phone. Everything is attached to your phone. Even trying to order a new phone, you need your phone because they send you a code to verify it's you to the phone number, but my phone didn't work. It's been a week, so I've just been trying to take it easy. I did go out and about. Things are starting to open up, which is exciting. I went to a thrift store and I bought a fur coat. Not real. It's not real, but I don't need it. I have it. I've been wearing it around the house drinking wine. I've been watching a lot of Sister Sister. Have you guys seen this show? I used to love it in the 90s and I watched it all the time. And now I'm watching it again and I forgot how cool it was. They're just a cute little like pair of twins and I kill for all of their outfits. They're so adorable. And other than that, just trying to not eat everything in the house and find stuff to do. So moral of that story is just don't lose your phone. And there you go. I did watch Mulan. I did rent it or buy it, I guess is what I did through Disney Plus. And I've got some opinions. Mushu's not in it. What are we gonna do? So, as most of you probably already know, Mulan came out in 2020, the live action version, exclusively on Disney Plus. So you do have to be what they call a premier member. I couldn't figure it out, so I went on the website, like on my computer, and I subscribed to it that way. And then they charged me through Disney Plus through that, saying that I was a premier member. The good news is that you only have to buy it one time and then you get it forever. So it's constantly going to be, as long as I have my Disney Plus account, I have Mulan. So that's a little bit different than Amazon, and I find that a little annoying because I don't have to be a Prime member to have my videos or movies or whatever that I've purchased through Amazon, but with Disney Plus, you do. So I don't know, that wasn't super exciting to me, but I'm probably going to have Disney Plus for a while because I have little kids in my family. And part of my contribution to their well-being is I give them Disney Plus. So for me, it was worth it, but I don't know how you feel about it. This movie, like I said, is exclusively on Disney Plus. It is live action and it's based similarly on the original movie in the 90s that was a cartoon. This movie stars a very beautiful actress named Yui Lui. I have no idea if I said that right, so if I mispronounced it, I'm so sorry. And it is directed by Nikki Caro. And basically, it's just the same old song and dance. A bunch of old dudes telling girls that they can't do something. Nothing new. Am I right, ladies? So we kind of go back to the same story as Mulan. She has this special, like, magical ability, which is not in the original Mulan. So that was kind of cool that it was different. And they call it Chi. And her dad's like, put a tap on that because no, you have to go get married and wash dishes for the rest of your life. Aren't you excited? And then she decides that that's not what she wants to do. Her father gets called into the army, just like the original Mulan. And just like the original one, she's like, oh, girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. She steals his horse, steals his armor, steals his sword. And she goes and she fights for her country and her family's honor. And then everything is different pretty much from that point on. So I kind of like that. I think, you know, I was expecting it to be the same and suck, but they did have a different twist on the story. And I won't ruin it for you. Mushu's not in it, but we'll get into that. So the burning question is, do I skip it or do I go ahead and stream it? Well, if you like the original Mulan, and you've watched it more than 5 times, I would go ahead and get it. If you know that your kids are going to be super into it and are definitely going to watch it more than 5 times, absolutely. Now, if you're doing this for just a one-time, let's watch a movie and nobody's ever going to watch it again, for me, $30 is a lot. So that's really going to be an on-you decision, but for me, the $30 was 100% worth it. The next burning question is, was it decent for adults and kids? And actually, I think it was. I think, you know, this isn't just a kid-based movie. They did take into consideration that a lot of adults are probably going to be watching this, and that they're spending $30 on something they would never spend $30 on just because it's quarantine and there's not a lot of places for them to go with their kids. So for me, the $30 actually equates to the value of the movie. For me, I would suggest going ahead and getting it if that's your bigger issue with it. Okay, so there was actually quite a few things about this movie that I liked. The first one being is that they recreated Mulan, but they stuck to the story. So one of the things I was worried about was they were going to try to make improvements on somebody who was already kind of perfect in her own way, which is the cartoon version of Mulan. But instead, they kind of reinvented her. So she still has the same kind of journey where she's taking for her father's place, she steals his sword, she steals his horse, that whole thing. And she goes to train and fight for the emperor in his army. And they still have Yao and Po in it, and there's still some aspects that were in the original cartoon. However, she's much more different in this movie than she was in the cartoon version of Mulan. So I really like that. The cinematography in this movie is amazing. I think that they did such a beautiful job. If that's what China looks like, I want to go. It's just sweeping, cinematic, beautiful vistas, really, really, really beautiful type movie cinematography that you would want for the money that you're spending on this movie for your house. There is another character in this movie that I really just loved. So basically they took the hawk from the original movie and they kind of made her into a witch. And it would be like if you could do emo for imperialistic China, that's what this girl is doing. She's just giving emo vibes. It is so good, and she's very independent, just like Mulan. And she's like, hey, girlfriend, we're the same. You're out doing your thing, you got your chi, I'm over here doing my thing, and I got my chi. And Mulan's like, oh no, I'm fighting for a reason. I got a cause. So that's a very interesting dynamic. Lots of really amazing, very martial arts specific fight scenes, which was really, really great. So if you have a child who likes that kind of thing, this movie just really nails it. There's also a lot of cute boys. So there's that if you're looking for that. And of course, the main actress who plays Mulan is just gorgeous. We'll get into that next too. No sassy grandma, no Mushu. Just like the original Mulan, she's like the most beautiful person in the world, showing up for war with like this long neck and these slender arms and just this beautiful movement and everything she does. And they're like, oh yeah, that's a dude. Come on. So this is gonna always be the issue with Mulan. Everybody knows she's a chick, like come on. But it is what it is. Other than that, honestly, I really liked it. Some of the other reviewers were commenting on how the movie seemed kind of slow and the acting seemed, like the dialogue seemed slow. And I think that they forget that this is a movie for children. These are also actors who, most of them, this is their either second or third language. So, and they're speaking English, and to me, they're speaking it very, very well. So I have no issue with that. It is a little slower, but it's for kids. So let's take that into consideration. You know, it's not going to have this amazing, like, Sixth Sense kind of plot point. It's Mulan. So I loved it. I think they still, I'm very happy with it. I'm very surprised at how much I liked it. Who's watching this? Not little kids. I can say that. Little kids are not going to find, because there's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of talking. There are a lot of cool fight scenes, so I definitely think it's okay for any gender, any non-gender. Everybody can get a kick out of it. But I do think it's probably, at best, 7 and up, because there is a lot of fighting. Now, this is not a movie like Star Wars or Star Trek where it's just like these epic curves of story and this and that. It's kind of to the point. So I think 7-year-olds can appreciate that. 7 and up, good to go. Money's worth it. Okay, so spoiler alert, brace yourselves. There's a scene where emo imperialistic China witch comes up to Mulan and she's like, girl, let's get together. Let's form a band. Let's do the thing. And Mulan is like, I gotta stick to my rights. I gotta stick to my virtues. And I don't know if I would do the same. I'm like, this girl's got a great band and it looks like they got money. They're eating okay. Sign me up. So I think that's a great lesson for kids is just because someone appears to be your friend, maybe they're not, maybe they are, but you have to make sure you find out their true nugget. And obviously, of course, all the other Mulan stuff. What is the moral of the story? Faith, family, honor, wash your hands, don't do drugs, stay out of gangs, fight for imperialistic China. What else do you need? Okay, so at the end of this movie, right towards the end, Mulan is introduced by somebody. And I swear, I almost started crying. I'm not going to tell you who the somebody is. You got to watch it to find out. It's so good. I was like, oh my God, is that? And she's, That's what I did. Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay tuned for more reviews. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.